I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Red Beard. So, finally, we have finally got, and I only got one case, 6 bottles, one case of this juice. The Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, 7-year-old, here locally. This one ran me $45 plus tax. I believe it is the same mash bill. It's got the mash bill on the inside of this little booklet here. I believe it's the same mash bill as the McKenna and the Elijah Craig. But this one's 7 years old, so we're going to give her a whirl. I ended up, the only reason I went and got this one, well, somebody sent me a picture of it. Somebody who works at the store sent me a picture of it, and I was like, ooh, I gotta go get that, because I've had the old green and white label Heaven Hill, but I never had it was the 80 proof, and it was pretty tasty. Oh shit, pretty tasty, and I never got to try the green label Bottled and Bond. So this one's brand new to me. It's probably gonna be same old juice, same juice, different bottle. So while that opens up, I'm going to read off the little booklet here. So it says, in 1935, 2 years after Prohibition's inglorious end, the 5 Shapira brothers, co-founded Old Heaven Hill Springs Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. Owner of a small chain of retail department stores throughout central Kentucky, the Shapiras were approached to invest in a business about which they knew little, but one in which they envisioned real potential. Americans craved and deserved a good drink of bourbon, and the brothers determined to deliver it to them. After the initial investment, their business partners fell on financial hardship. Imagine that. And the family purchased the entire distillery for a total investment of about $40,000, a considerable sum in 1930s dollars. At the outset, the Shapiras believed it took patience and perseverance to make something of great quality. After years operating with little cash coming in and patiently waiting on the aging of warehouses full of bourbon barrels, Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond was finally released in 1939 and quickly became the #1 selling whiskey in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Now, more than 80 years later, Heaven Hill is proud to bring you this 7-year-old small batch made from our traditional bourbon mash bill consisting of 78% corn, 10% rye, and 12% malted barley, and meets the strict requirements set forth in the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897, which declares the whiskey must be the product of one distilling season, defined as January through June or July through December. Good to know. And one distillery, stored in federally bonded warehouse for no fewer than 4 years. Bottled at 100 proof, marked with the name and the distilled spirits plant, DSP, Kentucky, 31 Bardstown. Number of the distillery that made it and where it was bottled. It is history in a bottle, a complex and delicious example of a multi-generational family commitment to whiskey craftsmanship. We call it the best of the great Kentucky bourbons. Ooh, the best of. And when you taste it, we will believe you, or I can't read. When you taste it, we believe you will also. So, Heaven Hill Distillery. Now, I'm gonna take a little picture of these. It cracks me up, dude. And I can only assume that this picture is from like the late 30s, early 40s. But it's got these 5 white guys standing around a barrel. They're all got slacks, white t-shirt or white button-up shirts, ties, and their pants are pulled up past their belly button. Oh man, classy. So, alright, enough reading, enough chit-chatting. If somebody's gonna comment, it's like been 5 minutes and he hadn't even tasted the whiskey yet. Screw you, buddy. Oh yeah, that smells delicious. It's got this honeyed oak, cinnamon. I definitely think it's the Elijah Craig, Henry McKenna mash bill. I'm almost positive, just on the nose alone. Little spiciness. You got some decent flavors. I mean, I would say this is comparable to McKenna, but it's about, depending on your market, it's like, honestly, it's retailed at higher price than the McKenna. Don't get me wrong, it's a good tasting bourbon, but I don't know if I would choose this over McKenna. Will you come up here? Come up here. Come here. It's a great tasting bourbon. I will say that. Oh, Bonnie. I'm trying to. It definitely reminds me of McKenna more than anything. It's more of a younger version, I guess. I mean, due to the age difference, 7 years versus 10. But it's a solid bourbon. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely getting like this honey note. Honey and like it's got this grassy note in there as well. I think probably because of the higher barley. But it's a solid bourbon. I don't know. I need to get a new bottle of McKenna and do a blind taste test between the two. Betwixt them. But I'm looking forward to getting into this one, letting it open up a little bit, and seeing how it really changes. Because we all know, I mean, first time you crack a bottle open, it's going to have certain flavors. And whether you believe it or not, oxidization happens. It's a thing. It happens. And the oxygen will alter the flavors a little bit. Some people say it's better. Some people say whatever, it's worse. You don't want to let it oxidize too much, but I'm interested to see how this one changes. I might have to go. Quit licking your foot. Might have to go pick me up another bottle of McKenna. I think I know where some's located at, so we'll have to do a blind tasting. Yeah, solid bourbon. Decent price, $45 plus tax. It's not going to break the bank, and it's got a good story behind it. So a lot of people are buying into the stories nowadays, like the Pappy Van Winkles and the likes of them. What is it, Bonnie? Bonnie got a T-bone last night. Got a couple of them. Yeah, got a T-bone, huh? Did you eat that T-bone? Yeah. So, alright, that's all I got on this one. It's good. I'll do a re-review here in the next few weeks, see how it changed, opened up. Still working on that Knob Creek. It's pretty tasty as well, the Knob Creek Rye. But that's all I got. So, don't forget, check the description below. I've got links to the Tattered Beans page, the Teespring, my Patreon, if you want to donate and possibly get a sample of this. Hey, I might give this away in the future. Definitely give something away. You give it away, or you can donate to get a sample. So go to patreon.com/Kelly Red Bear Sparks. Links are in the description. Donate, and you can have access to everything I have here, minus 3 or 4 whiskeys. So don't forget, check out the Bearded Idiots. Like always, folks, Drink some whiskey, share it with your friends and family. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. Alcoholism is not a funny thing to play with. I know it's fun to go whiskey hunting and searching, and just don't let it consume your life, because it's easy to do that and it'll ruin lives. So have fun with it. Enjoy your whiskey. And y'all be safe. And I'm going to finish this.